some local Apple news. You don't even know how it's possible. We have local Apple news in the Toronto area. This one has a personal touch for me because this is the first Apple store that I visited at the Toronto Eaton Centre. It was a big deal when that store opened up. Well, it was a big deal because, well, it's an Apple store. And we didn't have one previously, but it was a big deal to me personally because I had been working at Apple resellers and I had my own Apple repair business at the time that it opened. So it was big news. It was like, this is over now. Yeah. Right? It was like, honestly, a couple of resellers closed up shop shortly after this thing opened because it just didn't make any sense anymore. Up until then, the only way to get an Apple computer, if it wasn't online, was from a handful of resellers in the city. That seems like a century ago at this point. It seems like a long time ago. It wasn't that long ago. Anyhow, we have some news here that Apple will be renovating and expanding their Eaton store location to meet the new criteria, their new store design. And I don't know, you've been to the Eaton Centre Apple store, Will?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, it's always jam-packed.
Oh, yeah.
You can't do anything. It's tight. You go to all the high school kids are just on the computers.
Any time of day.
Any time of day. You can't really buy anything if you want to.
No.
You can't find.
You're just so confused.
Who am I paying? It's everyone knows the Apple Store meme, but in a popular Apple Store, it's even more.
Yeah.
It's all those things amplified in a really popular Apple Store, which is what this one is. And it always kind of shocked me, in fact, that as the main downtown Apple Store, it wasn't that big. No. For a city to scale of Toronto, it just wasn't that big of a store. And I get it, real estate in the Eaton Centre, that's tough to come by. There's just not that many big spaces, and who knows what they're able to take. But they found a different spot downstairs on the second floor. So it used to be on the third floor. They took over the space that was previously occupied by Abercrombie. Or no, who was that? That was the other one, Hollister. Oh, no, was it Abercrombie or Hollister on the second floor?
They're both kind of the same, right?
They're the same. I mean, it's dark inside.
Yes.
You smell the cologne from the perfume or whatever. You're walking down. There's two things in the mall, okay? Two things. Two smells will get you. There's whatever it was pouring out of the Abercrombie situation and Cinnabon.
Those
are two smells that you're going to get hit
really
with. You're going to leave the mall. You smell like a fresh cinnamon bun drenched in perfume. Ugh. That's what you are when you leave the mall. So anyway, I guess things haven't gone well for that brand, or they at least cooled off or whatever. I don't know what happened there. People stopped with that style. I don't know what happened there. Was it the price, the economy? But maybe they moved. But Apple gobbled up their old location, and that thing looks like it's going to be about twice the size to me, just seeing what's boarded up right now. So I may have to go for a little visit. Apparently, they have a slightly new design style. They changed the flooring away from tile to stone, and they've modernized it. And hopefully maybe it's even easier to buy things there. I'm not sure. We'll see if that's what happens. But that's the main store in the city. So Willie Do, you go downtown. You do a special report for us. Yeah. You take your Patagonia jacket. All right. You visit the Canada Goose Experience. You pick up a Chick-fil-A for lunch, and then you go check out the new Apple Store at the Eaton Centre. How's that for a holiday trip, Willie Do?
I'll bring back some Cinnabons.
And you bring back some Cinnabons and get yourself drenched in the Abercrombie. Even if they're not there anymore, I want you to get...
Just bathe in it.
Yeah, you got to go pick... I don't know what you got to get sprayed with something.
Yeah.
If you're going to be there, because that's what a mall experience is like, so... Anyhow, new Apple stores.